You're listening to the Call Kent podcast, where Kent C. Dodds answers questions and gives insights to software engineers like you. Now, let's hear the call.
Oh, hey Kent, Shankar here. Following you for quite some time, I really like your ideas. What I want to ask is I'm a junior position right now, or junior React.js developer, new to both React and JavaScript. Though I know basics of hooks, or at least I can able to work with them, and their use cases I know. 90% of the time, I feel lost using React. Even using Useffect odd for me. For example, if someone said we need to always specify dependencies for user to avoid bugs, specifying dependencies causing most of the times infinite loop. To avoid that, I can use callback. That might cause sometimes a state not even updating. Yeah. I mean, use effect. My question is use effect needs always dependencies, as someone said. Though we only perform that action once, for example, API call, do we really need dependencies? So another question is use memo and use callback seems uh, in which specific scenarios we use, because otherwise we might end up with a lot of useless and use memo and use callbacks. Apart from this, what do you want to suggest in general to make me a good React developer in terms of debugging, developing faster, and understanding well? I can able to invest 4 hours a day apart from my full-time job as a junior React developer. Doing personal projects, my mistakes are I'm using unnecessary stuff like context or usereducer for small stuff to learn something. Is this common? How to avoid these mistakes? Sorry, my question is a bit too long. Thank you.
That was the call. Here's what Kent had to say.
Hey, Shankar, thank you so much for the question. So, or number of questions. I think that for your first question about dependencies and whether they're necessary in use effects and callbacks and all of that, they 100% are. And I actually have given a talk about this and demonstrate issues that you can have if you just ignore the rules of hooks and don't list your dependencies. So even if you're just you say, hey, this component should only make a single API call and it should never make this call again, you still definitely want to have your dependencies listed. So I'll add a link to that talk as well as a blog post that I have that's related in the description of this episode. And there's actually also another blog post that I've written about usememo and usecallback that would be useful for you to take a look at as well. As far as becoming a better developer, better at debugging and developing faster with React, I created Epic React exactly for this reason. And so if you haven't already looked at Epic React, go to epicreact.dev. And this is the best way that I know how to get you to level up in your React capabilities. And definitely, in general, when you want to get really good at anything, you're going to need to just build and spend a lot of time building and practicing. And so whether it's React or programming in general or cooking, you want to spend a lot of time practicing that. And remember, Scott Hanselman said or says occasionally, or just encourages you to ask yourself the question, do I have 20 years of experience or do I have 1 year of experience 20 times? And so you do want to look for ways to diversify your experience so that you can really truly understand what you're doing rather than just doing the same thing over and over again. So hopefully that helps you in your journey to become a better React developer, better developer in general. And yeah, definitely check out the links that I put in this episode notes, because those will help answer your questions about Useffect dependencies and stuff. Have a nice day.
This has been the Call Kent podcast. Learn more about Kent at kentcdodds.com and get your own questions answered at kentcdodds.com/calls.